Eu tô compartilhando aqui, ela já começa a parada aí. Peraí. Bom, vai ser isso aí mesmo. Agora, hein? Vamos começar. Eu vou começar um novo jogo aqui antes disso, cara. Antes disso. Vou deixar aqui do jeito que tá. Eu coloquei no médio, porém eu mudei a resolução de textura para o ultra e a filtragem de textura para o alto. O resto é a configuração média dele, né? E, obviamente, eu não estou usando o Ray Tracing, né? Nem o Pet Tracing. Vamos lá. Vamos para um novo jogo. Vou no modo história.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Cara, eu vou reiniciar aqui porque é o seguinte. Eu botei o meu monitor em 60 MHz para ver se ele travava aqui a 60, mas como está com o DLS ligado, não tem por que eu deixar 60 MHz meu monitor, tá? Então eu vou estar reiniciando aqui o jogo, tá? E antes disso eu vou colocar aqui. Eu tinha colocado, tá vendo? Então eu vou deixar no o máximo aqui é normal. Eu achei que fosse travar em 60, né? Mas como está o DLSS ligado, tá? Ele não vai travar em 60. Ele vai no máximo. Então a gente põe um monitor também para rodar.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Already gone.
Eita porra. Caralho. Dá o coração no cara, hein?
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Salve, salve daí.
Here we are.
Bom dia, mano.
Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map. Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Cara, eu tô fazendo live e aí agora tá com menos menos FPS do que...
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Não tava fazendo live, cara. Tava fino disso.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Então, Adair, aqui, cara, eu tô jogando em 2K, né, velho? Com o DLS ligado, frame generator ligado. Eu tinha colocado o preset no médio, com a textura e a filtrar a textura no alto. Só que agora, fazendo live, cara, aí deu uma caída. Eu vou pôr só a resolução de textura no ultra, pra ver como é que fica. Aí, vamos ver se ele se mantém isso aí, ó. A meta é ficar na média de 60 FPS, entendeu? Ficar menos de 60, aí eu reduzo alguma coisa lá.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Depois acessar 4 casos dentro do lugar mental. Sabe, né?
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The
Bom,
facts
sim,
of the board.
Daio. Depois do almoço, cara, eu vou ver com vocês dois aí pra gente fazer um sorteio, tá? E aí o que acontece? Eu vou ver é um site que faz sorteio, vou colocar seus dois nomes lá, né? E o que sair primeiro fica com volante preto e o outro fica com volante laranjinha. Beleza assim?
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Pode estar sendo uma técnica mental que a gente sabe analisar texto e avança na investigação. Vai aumentar. Agora só que eu me meto o carro de carro e outro filho para sair. Houve uma série de assassinatos perto da cidade de Blythefall. Encontraram as conexões e ajudaram na busca pelo assassino. Todas as vítimas dadas como desabri em 2010 têm outros pontos em comum. Enterrado em uma cova rara. Encontraram em Caldeirão único em 2018 tem alguns órgãos predadores. Tem alguns órgãos. O predador está depois de um gato com 8 anos dentro. Encontraram 2 semanas experimento no tempo para virar a cauda meta. A forma do corpo estão ilegíveis. Método de matar. Pequena diferença nos homicídios e chatos é a única coisa em comum entre os corpos, mas não causa da morte. Traumatismo no tórax, convicção. E agora, melhorou aí? O microfone estava meio afastado. 2 das vítimas tinham hematomas, alguma marra, correia ou cinto. Corte profundo no tórax, coração ausente. Eita. Todos os corpos apresentam inchaço. O inchaço do cadáver é indicativo de afogamento, mas só uma vítima foi encontrada na água. Perfil do assassino. Falar para mim. A vítima estava coberta de tatuagem ilegível, uma mensagem do assassino, talvez, ou a sua arte. Exceto porque eles apresentam as vítimas aparentemente não têm nada em comum. O assassino pode ser um esportista ou um caçador. Não tem mais nada aqui. Objetivos e a cena do crime. Então vamos voltar. Digitar o lugar mental na pausa no jogo.
We're just
Virar
getting
as ameaças
started.
finais.
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am.
Eu vou deixar no médio lá mesmo, cara.
Crack cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
fancier can I make it, Mulligan?
Calma, policial aí. Uma coisa eu tenho que
Deputy
falar, viu, velho?
Thornton, I take it.
O gráfico é
That's me,
realmente
at your
surreal.
service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Maravilha.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Investigue a
This
cena
is
do
the scene
crime.
of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Puta que pariu,
Step
hein?
1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Outro corpo foi encontrado no bordo de Gaspal, momento perfeito que deixa em negação com os assassinatos que estamos aqui para investigar. A inclusão de uma imagem principal no quadro de cada isso é uma nova linha de investigação. Quando a imagem principal é colocada, vai virar uma nova pergunta. Ok. É possível ver as metas no quadro de cada objetivo. Investigação do crime. Você agora pode tirar livremente o quadro de cada ou sair para concluir esse objetivo. Para avançar na investigação. Coração, cara.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Ele? Uhum. Como é que coloca lá o trem, velho?
That's not right.
É possível colocar aqui na ah, tá.
Yeah. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
A pista é solucionar a pergunta aberta e desbloquear uma dedução. Conforme você avançar na investigação, novas perguntas serão desbloqueadas, atualizando seus objetivos. Você pode pressionar para cobrir o objetivo atualizado. Mais sobre a vídeo e mais sobre a ação.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Was he killed here, or brought here after? For display. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it. Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
O perfil fundamental de saber aparentar na cabeça de suspeito de vida. Quando assim, pode analisar o perfil de perfil relevante para você.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Ouvem.
This mug always cheers me up. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not
Esse
that
jogo aqui é
complicated.
sinistro mesmo, cara.
Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You
Cara,
need to get out
essa
more.
floresta aqui ela é muito sinistra, velho.
It is kind of creepy, though. A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
Não é mistério nenhum o fato de o nome Cauldron Lake ser inspirado no formato de caldeirão. Contudo, existe muita história misteriosa sobre o lago, de que ele seria uma passagem obscura para o submundo, ou de que teria sido o caldeirão de uma bruxa. E reza a lenda que quando os sentimentos de um xerife local não foram correspondidos, ele acusou a mulher em questão de ter o enfeitiçado. Ela foi afogada, mas deixou cair uma concha de cozinha que cresceu e virou uma árvore estranha chamada Witch. A mulher voltou para se livrar de seus transgressores, que não era uma bruxa antes, agora era. Ela matou o xerife afogando no lago. Depois arrancou o coração dele e trancou dentro de um macaco. O coração ela invocaria do lago para ele se vingar em nome dela. Pelo menos a lenda é essa. Seguidores dessa bruxa aqui, ó. Os caras são seguidores da bruxa do lago, velho. Examine o caminho destruído. Que isso?
There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
Eita porra.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Ele esfriou.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Onde que eu vou encaixar isso aí, hein?
Nah. Okay. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Oh, meu Deus.
Doesn't look right.
Vai aqui?
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Agora vai olhar dentro do gordinho lá pra ver.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
E agora? Peça o policial remover o corpo. Tem que voltar lá, né? Como que faz isso? Tem que voltar lá mesmo?
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Pior que o jogo é intrigante mesmo, né? Dá vontade se ele descobrir as paradas. Como é que tá o gráfico aí na live, ô Daio? Tá bacana?
You made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deer Feast.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Já tá.
Thanks.
Leve o carro de volta a
Let's get the
Bright
car,
Falls.
drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Ih, esse atalho aí não tá me cheirando bem, hein? Sempre os atalhos. Merda nos
Seems like a
atalhos.
nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
E olha que os gráficos estão no médio, hein, cara? Tá bonito aqui, viu, bicho? E ali, hein? Será que eu vou ali? Ver o que tem aqui?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Olha, tem coisa ali, hein?
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Fragmento de manuscrito. Estamos juntos nessa. Ah, você pode usar o fragmento de manuscrito para aprimorar a arma do lugar mental. Deixa eu ver aqui. Isso aqui. Eu só tenho 2. Vai, bala, só tem que ter pelo menos 12 manuscritos para fazer o upgrade aqui na arma. Mas beleza. Pelo menos já chama alguma coisa, né? E até agora não precisamos usar a arma. Tá de boa. Vambora. Estamos na média de 60 FPS, tá massa, cara. Bacana.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Perfeito aí, mano. Tá doidão, hein, filho? É, só que esse jogo aqui não é só a pista, tem a parte de combate também e tudo mais, cara. E é sinistro, cara. Quem já jogou o Alan Wake 1 tá ligado como é que é a parada. Já tá. Oh, não, velho. E agora, hein? Vai me destruir aí o caminho aí. Provavelmente agora vai pro necrotério, né? E aí ela mesma vai abrir o corpo do cara pra ver o que tem dentro lá. Vamos ver se é isso.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Ah não, primeiro ela vai interrogar as testemunhas, né?
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there
Quero
anyway.
dirigir agora.
Eu tô em live, peraí, daqui a pouquinho. Dá um 10 minutos aí.
Quero me passar.
Aí eu perdi a fala
The
da
diner's just
mulher.
up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Cara, isso eu tô no médio e com o Ray Tracing desligado, hein? Tá bonito pra cacete aqui, velho. Tá, onde é que eu tenho que ir mesmo? Aí a maquininha de cachorro quente. Eu perdi a fala, cara. Onde é que ela tem que ir?
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much did you have? Not enough. That's all right. Never enough coffee. Rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in coffee world.
É ali, ó.
Oh dear.
É lá mesmo.
Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI.
Eu não
Welcome to Brightfall.
Eu não tô prestando atenção no vídeo aí da live. Na live tá travando o jogo ou tá normal? Porque aqui pra mim tá normal, mas já teve vezes que eu tô jogando aqui e na live ficou travando. Aí na live tá de boa ou tá travando?
Balls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's washing just fine.
Eu deu até vontade de tomar um café mesmo, hein? Deixa eu tomar um golinho de café lá. Beleza, beleza. Deixa eu ver como é que tá aqui, ó. Aí, a média de 70 FPS aqui na cidade, cara. Vou deixar ligado. Aqui pra nós visualizar.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent out, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing? Sure.
E na
But
captura
it's slowed down ever since Calder Light was fast off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Hello.
Tá vendo a testemunha?
Still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed.
Não era.
Have some pie. Don't take your mind off things. Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Doideira, hein?
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Eles acharam alguma coisa e não quiseram falar.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Eita da árvore. Caso de fundo acumula pista para o assunto mais abrangente em andamento.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Esse trem aqui que é chato, velho.
Think.
Tipo de feito. Estão escondendo votos que não se estabeleceram bastante para operar abertamente. Relação com a fé de seu servo. Cabo de ponte eles acompanham objetos e informações que a saga adquiriu para monitorar o progresso de coleta.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? Doesn't make sense.
Hey, thing.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear friends.
Oh, God.
Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
Ô, Dial, eu baixei Jack Sparrow, cara. Paguei R$0. você quiser depois eu te mando o link, cara. Tá?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird. You don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Você viu o que essa garçonete falou pra ela, mano? Que coisa mais estranha, velho. E agora? Examine o corpo de Knight agora aí na delegacia. Aí fazer uma autópsia no cara.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff! Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Aquela garçonete, ela tava no Alan Wake 1, cara. Tem ela também. Tem que jogar um, que aí você saca mais a história.
Downstairs ready to go.
All prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate it.
Bright Falls. Vamos lá dar uma olhada no corpo, então.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
Nunca tem que...
Speeding happening here, I see.
Sir, some patience, please.
Have a nice day. Agent?
É ali.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods.
Depois eu volto aí. Primeiro vamos ver o corpo ali.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Opa. Aproveitar para pegar um equipamento aqui, né?
Okay, let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
Rapaz. Olha, mano, eu tô com textura, cara, no médio, velho. Eu tô impressionado com a qualidade, cara. Não, aliás, tá no alto, né? Show de bola mesmo, viu, velho? Isso porque eu não tô com o Ray Tracing ligado, cara. E cai bastante FPS, mas cara...
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Vamos começar aqui com o coração.
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Dá uma olhada no cérebro.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest.
Agora vamos fazer as ligações lá no nosso quadro de caras. Nossa. Peraí, deixa eu ver aqui a vídeo.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. We only had a tour guide also. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you a tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, young. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. That's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have both cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere.
Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National
Esse guia turístico aí, eu acho que nós vamos ter que falar com ele aí, viu, velho?
Bird watching at Majestic Mirror Peak.
Tá bom. Mas não tem nenhuma luvinha aí, cara, vai nada.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Porra, é essa, mano? Que loucura, cara.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light.
Tá na luz. Eu tô na luz. E agora?
He can't see me in the light.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Corredor? Que corredor? Refúgio vão restaurar parte da sua saúde. Se você sair ou atacar de um refúgio durante o combate, ele ficará indisponível temporariamente.
Gotta move. Now.
Você pode segurar, não é questão de pra tirar, ok.
Vanished.
Cê é louco, mano.
Eu vou almoçar na minha mãe. E você?
Podia trazer um
frango de molho. Frango de molho.
Eu posso fazer.
Então faz um arroz
Não, trai, cara.
E busca meio frango. Pra você mais o Lindailton almoçar.
Você vai almoçar com a sua mãe e o Lindaíto vai vir aqui almoçar.
Você...
Fala pra ele fazer, então. É o quê? Frango? Tem frango pra fritar aí?
Não tem nada.
Aí, que vai... Eles são doidos, cara.
Eu não sou mãe de ninguém.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Ah, vai cagar.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future? There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. Doesn't look right.
Que com isso, meu Deus. Outro óleo, também com o que pode encontrar dentro do peito. Propus em todos, cara. Que vai. Ah. Se empacar eu não souber como avançar, não sei o que tem que conferir pelo julgamento. Ok.
The heart is gone too. Did the
Coração
fucker take it with
sumiu,
it?
cara. Ixi, essa mulher tá morta, essa mulher, velho.
I can't get through this.
Agora, eu tenho que fazer
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Eu vi tudo, cara. A sala de autópsia estava uma bagunça, como se uma bomba tivesse explodido. Na que ele procurava a sala, não enxergou sobre a luz, passou por ela. Possuído, não conseguia enxergar com luz intensa, a luz mascava. Mascava a escuridão nele, se tornava vulnerável. Eu aperto o botão, ele faz clique, me mostra a luz e se apaga, mas tem alguém em casa. Era ele trouxe aqui, bruxa, sai da minha casa. Gritou. Uma onda de terror atravessou a cabeça de Saga, a terrível idade, mas ele não tinha coração em seu peito, mas ali estava ele matando. O mundo tinha se desequilibrado, você se via sem conseguir sair do outro lado do espelho.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
A casa dela, né? O que eu tenho que fazer aqui agora? Dá uma dica aí, mano. Tudo aqui, velho, não tem pra onde ir. Dá pra pegar aquela chave, não dá pra vir aqui. Não entendi.
Must be locked from the other side.
Aí ele foi pra cá, velho. Não tem o que fazer aqui.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events.
Eu já vi,
What is
cara.
Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now.
Eu já vi.
Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Aqui atualmente já tem alguma coisa a ver com o mapa. Eu acho que eu vou ter que descobrir que lembro que pode acessar o mapa sem entrar no lugar mental. Ah, tá. Aqui eu já fui, vasculhei tudo aqui. Aqui tá fechado. Aqui eu já olhei o cabra morto, levaram o coração, tá sobrando sangue. Esse puto aqui não fala mais nada. Aqui também não tem mais nada. Aqui também não. Aqui tá fechado. Não tem o que fazer com a mulher. Aqui não vai. Tem uma coisa faltando aqui, velho. E o que que é, hein? Eu não sei. Podia falar alguma coisa aí, né, mano? Não sei, velho. Não sei o que é fazer aqui. Já vasculhei tudo aqui, velho. Já vasculhei absolutamente tudo aqui, velho. Os caras não falam nada. Não sei, velho. Não tem nada pra olhar aqui. Ah, tem sim, cara. Eu tenho que colocar isso aqui, ó.
The cold of the trees behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Tá vendo, cara? E eu vacilando lá. Ah, vou colocar o drone dentro.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real.
Cara ficou loucão, hein?
Mulligan.
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
Será que eu tenho que olhar mais coisa ali, velho?
I need something to cut this.
Equipamento ali.
They're a fine pair.
Good day.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Eu sei que um de vocês está roubando papel higiênico. Eu tenho contado e a cada dia um rolo completo some de estoque. Furto é levado a sério por aqui. É uma delegacia, pelo amor. Qualquer dia desses vão pegar no Placa e pode aquela conta expulsar. Que desgraça você é. Que tipo de maluco conta rolo de papel higiênico? Pelo visto você tem bastante tempo de sobra. Ai, cara.
I can't get through this.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
I want out! Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out!
Do you think I like throwing you in jail every other day? No, I don't. Do you have any idea how much paperwork you're causing me? That's a lot.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Essa mulher tá olhando aí.
Mercedo won't roll over on the issues. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit. Check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
Vambora lá passar o Leon Lake atrás do doido lá, né?
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
É. Só que cada vez mais complicado aqui, hein? O coração.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start
Galera,
looking
o
for
seguinte,
Nightingale where he was killed.
Eu vou dar uma pausa aqui para mexer com o almoço, né? Ver quantas horas. Já são meio-dia. E hoje é eu que vou ter que mexer com o almoço aqui, não tem jeito. E aí, depois do almoço, nós volta aí com a jogatina, porque tá interessante aqui, viu? O jogo tá fluindo até legal, cara, né? Com a live rolando e tal. Sem a live fica até melhor. Mas, enfim. Eu vou. Não tem salvamento, tá vendo? O jogo tem que esperar o jogo salvar. Por isso que eu vou parar aqui no começo desse capítulo, né? Pra não perder nada. Belezinha? Obrigado aí, Dário, pelo apoio aí, tu tá assistindo aí com nós. Valeu aí, Potiguar. Obrigadão aí pelo like, pelo apoio, mano. Vou dar uma pausa aqui agora pra fazer o almoço aí. Aí se pá, depois do almoço eu continuo aqui, ou sei lá, né? Vamos ver. Valeu? Então é isso aí, galera. Vamos ver aqui como é que fica com o Ray Tracing, cara. O Ray Tracing é o que pesa no jogo, é traçado de raia. Eu até desligado, cara. Se eu tô no alto isso aqui, velho, imagina. Vai. Mas aí vai carregar de novo, né? Mas vamos ver.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer
Dá pra pular agora,
down
né?
a wake.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
É, no FPS vai
I'm
pra
happy
tudo,
I'm not
é.
in charge of this mess.
No Ray
Thanks.
Tracing alto, né?
Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was
Tem
killed.
jeito não. Tem que ser uma placa high-end, 4080, 4090 para tancar isso aqui, né? Acho que eu tô com 2K de resolução, né? Não tem jeito não. Vou ver aqui se eu baixar esse Ray Tracing para o baixo. Bom, aqui também no baixo. No baixo. Vamos ver. Meu Deus. Bonito, mas não dá pra ter muita noção
Great.
porque
This area is supposed to be close to the public.
seria legal ver esse traçado de raio com 60 FPS, né? Enfim, é isso aí.